20-yard line of the Commerce Tigers. 100 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
How about our own? Yeah, hadn't crossed 50 quite yet. Hopefully we will on this play.
That's right, that's right. Commerce not. Soto does cross midfield, gets to the 45, goes out of bounds. Being patient, looking at his blockers.
Like it.
Who's that running out? Is that Banks Beatty leading the way there for him, number 50?
Banks pulling on the play.
First down, Soto. First down brought to you by Best Barber, David Estes, Ryan Griffin. Appreciate those guys. I pay them a finder's fee when I go there so they can
find you. That's pretty good, yeah, because you're not
yeah.
getting a haircut.
Wow.
You're not getting your money's worth anyway, kind of like me.
1st and 10 in Tiger territory. Fulmer breaks a tackle, spins around. Keep going, Zeb, all the way down to the 22-yard line.
He sure did.
41.
Number 20 seeing stars, I can promise you.
Another first down. That brought to you by Christus Health. They may need to get checked out by Christus Health.
I think number 20 needs Christus Health.
Yeah, I think we're starting to see a little bit of that, what you can see from time to time in different teams, and especially here at Commerce, seems like that when the chips get down, they just kind of, you see a lot of hands on the hips. I'll just put it that way.
1st and 10, Raiders at the Commerce 21. Raiders 28, Tigers 14. Zeb spins around, drives his feet, gets down to about the 10-yard line, falls forward. That'll be another first down. First down brought to you by Dairy Queen of Winnsboro, the best Dairy Queen in all of America. 1st and goal.
Did y'all notice that Hayden Deaton was wide out left and there was nobody over there on him? No defender.
1st and goal from the Raiders. Ball right at the 10-yard line. Clock is stopped with 1:15.
Official timeout.
Officials call a timeout. The player may have lost the helmet.
No, they had
I think number
slow,
one, the one
yeah,
yes.
slow to get up.
Oh, I got you. So injury timeout.
Number 1, Ashton Seal, senior.
Tunes provided by that state-bound band from Raiderland. Congratulations to the band headed to San Antonio Monday morning. There'll be a really neat deal. The kids will load up in the buses and they'll take them by all 4 campuses so all the kids can cheer the band on. They're going to go to Royce City, unload, practice in Royce City, reload. And some say, why would you do that? Well, practice is always good, but getting the equipment out of those buses and trailers is going to be a little different. And so practicing that, and then they'll get down to San Antonio. Be a great time. 1st and goal, Raiders. Finney back to pass. Little quick route over the hands.
I'm actually glad Soto didn't catch that. Man, it was
incomplete.
a little high, and there was a defender close.
Closing for sure.
10th play of the drive coming up. 2nd and goal. Clock stops with 61 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Winnsboro 28, Commerce 14. Raiders will be at home next week against Pottsboro. Need a win next week and a loss from Bonham to get into the playoffs. It'll be senior night next week. Be a chance to say thanks to all these seniors. Lots of seniors on this squad. Pass this time is complete to Soto down to the 5-yard line. Bring up 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line. What do you think, D? A little counter action, get Klicka going from right to left, get him in the end zone.
Get him behind those big bodies and let him run over somebody.
Soto's going to split out to the right. Finney at tight end on the left. Kyler Finney on the keeper.
They're going to mark him down.
He was trying to extend into the end zone, but I think his knee went down right at the goal line. So it'll bring up 4th and goal from the 1. And the clock will remain ticking. 40 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Winnsboro trying to stretch the lead beyond 14. 27 seconds on the play clock, 31 seconds on the game clock. So we'll get one more play on 4th and goal. Finney. Klicka dove over the top. Touchdown, Creighton Klicka. Touchdown, Rugged Red. In these closing seconds of the third quarter, the Raiders with 19 seconds to go cap off a 2-minute, 50-second drive. They go 80 yards in 12 plays, extend the lead to 20. It's 34-14. Raiders will go for 2. Darren getting some scores. from our score statistician, eye in the sky, Lewis Ray. Raiders will go for two, receiver left and right. Finney back to pass. Deaton in the corner, gets a foot down. The two-point conversion is good. Hayden Deaton, excellent job getting that foot on the blue.
Great hands.
Great hands, and the Raiders stretch the lead to 22. It's Winnsboro 36, Commerce 14. You're listening to KWNS 104.7 FM.
Halftime, not sure that's an accurate reflection, but 21-14 accurate, I would think, somewhere in the third quarter now. But Mineola up 21-14 at Emory Rains. Mount Vernon 37-7 over Pottsboro. The battle of the undefeateds tonight. And Bonham up 39-13 over Howell. So,
and those are halftime scores for a couple of those.
Yeah.
Third quarter score for Mount Vernon.
As well as Bonham. Bonham's showing in the
Is it showing third now? Okay. Yeah, so it's going to come down to next week. We need Rains to beat Bonham. We need the Raiders to hold on and win this game. Up by 22 with 19 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And then beat Pottsboro at home. Pottsboro is in the playoffs. They'll go in with the defeat tonight. They'll go in as the number 2 seed, because even if Mount Vernon were to lose next week, that would only be one loss, and they would have the head-to-head against Pottsboro. So Mount Vernon is going to be your number 1. Pottsboro is going to be your number 2. And then we'll see how things shake out with the 3 and 4 spot. Raiders getting ready to kick it away. Rodriguez has it teed up. Hernandez has it teed up. Rodriguez comes and kicks it into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback, so Commerce will take over with 19 seconds remaining. On that drive for the Raiders, 12 plays, 80 yards, 2 minutes, 50 seconds. On their previous drive, 11 plays, 46 yards. So Raiders have 156 yards in this quarter. They had about 180 in the first half.
Well, and it's the same thing we saw in the first half.
First
quarter
yeah,
was a really good first quarter. Scored on the first 2 drives, first 2 possessions that you have, and we did the same.
Raiders have scored 3 times in this third quarter. Scored on their opening drive, then the pick 6 on Commerce opening drive by Rance Brown made it 20. The opening drive made it 22-14. We scored
a flag here, guys. We're going to re-kick.
We'll re-kick.
Offsides.
So Raiders scored on their opening drive of this third quarter, missed the extra point, so it's 22-14. Pick 6, adds 6 points, makes it 28-14. Missed the extra point because it went off the left upright. So then forced the ball over on downs. 7-play drive for the Tigers. They turned it over on downs. The Raiders took over at their 20, go 80 yards, 12 plays, 2 minutes, 50 seconds. And get the 2-point conversion, stretch the lead to 22. Winnsboro 36, Commerce 14. 19 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Going to back the Raiders up from the 40 to the 35. Offsides penalty.
Had a fairly rapidly moving, that doesn't go together.
Sure.
Had a rapidly moving first half. Very slow.
It does.
Second half.
It feels a little slower. We had 4 penalties, well, 3 penalties in that third quarter. Slowed down things a bit, and maybe a few more pass attempts, which
and
stopped the clock.
Yeah.
Rodriguez again with the strong kick.
I like it.
Kick up at the 10 and roll into the end zone again.
It's actually Hernandez.
Yeah,
that got back deep and took off on a running start.
They're going to get it on 25.
Diego Rodriguez, number 28, he is our kicker. But then number 24 is Angel Hernandez, one of our linebackers, and he's our distance kicker. And so Hernandez will often be in the backfield as Rodriguez tees it up, and then Hernandez comes and kicks it away. Did that twice in a row. Touchback once again, so same result. So 19 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, and the Tigers take over 1st and 10 at the Tiger 25. Receiver left and right. Nice little shift in the backfield by the Tigers. Quarterback over the top. Oh, pass will fall incomplete. Receiver in double coverage. Gets a little crunch there, but not taken down. Walking back a little slowly.
Fortunately, Tedford kind of slowed up. Creighton was kind of going at a peculiar angle anyway, so he wasn't full tilt, but there was about to be a collision of colossal proportion. I couldn't come up with another C that quickly.
Handoff up the middle.
Marita got absolutely pancaked by your number 77, Joey.
Yeah,
he took him completely out of the play.
That'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. It's Raiders 36, Tigers 14. You're listening to KWNS 104.7 FM. Our thanks to our season sponsors for these radio broadcasts: Alexander's Tractor Parts, Best Barbershop, Autumn Wind Senior Living, Christus Health, First National Bank of Winnsboro, Dairy Queen, Scott's Pharmacy, Team Worldwide, Leafy, United Country Cane Agency, Tires Pro and Alignment, Winnsboro Tire and Lube, Winnsboro General Dentistry, Winnsboro Internal Medicine, and Winnsboro Boot Company.
Thanks to our live stream sponsors: Winnsboro Health Services, Winkle Oil, Wetzel's Heat and Air, Team Worldwide, Scott's Pharmacy, Nucor, Lake Country Windows, Hanson's Collision, Griffin's Paint and Body, First National Bank, Edward Jones Investments, Darren Swanner, Johan Wessels, and Will Harrison.
Third
Drill
drive.
right.
Oh, sorry.
Clemens Realtors, Christus Trinity Mother Francis, Beatty Funeral Home, and Zach Loftus with 4L Construction.
Sorry, Joey, you paused and I jumped in.
I just want y'all to know I don't have the names on here tonight.
You're making that up.
I'm
good job.
Very good.
I'm getting better. Johan Wessels, I'm getting better.
You're getting close.
Yuhan.
Yeah.
The letter is O, but it's pronounced as a U. 36 for the Raiders, 14 for the Tigers. Tigers third and a long 5 coming up. Ball just shy of the Tiger 30-yard line. Doubles left and right. Go.
Pick.
Tedford jumped.
Wished he'd have gotten
that
that
route.
one. He knocked it down kind of instinctively, but I believe if he'd have looked that in, he could have walked it in to the end zone.
Because he'd have had some momentum taking him toward that south end zone. Pass will fall incomplete. Bring up 4th and 5. Just underway, fourth quarter. Winnsboro 36, Commerce 14. If you've not been to the new Rugged Red Stadium, next week will be an opportunity to come out. It'll be senior night, lots of recognition. Weather should be fantastic. Come out and support these seniors, but if not, we'll certainly be glad for you to join us by radio, video, whatever way you want to join us next week to finish off the regular season. Great punt for the Tigers. Line of scrimmage was the 30, goes 20 yards to midfield, and another 24 yards, a 44-yard punt.
He's getting some nice rolls for sure out of that rugby-style swing and kick.
So just 30 seconds on that drive for the Tigers. So the Raiders have nearly a full quarter ahead of them to try to burn off and preserve this 22-point lead and the win. 11:49 on the clock. 1st and 10, the Raiders at the Raider 26-yard line. Raiders 36, Tigers 14. Single left and right for the Raiders. Motion from the right to the left. Fulmer to carry up the middle. Spins around, pushes himself forward. Hops up before the tackler hops up.
Pushes himself backwards.
Going backwards, you're right.
There you go. So Lewis Ray being in here in the booth inspires us that tomorrow starts the round ball for the girls.
They begin tomorrow, and so it begins the 2021-2022 Lady Raiders season. Where are they headed tomorrow?
Headed to the big town of Allen for about a 6-way scrimmage.
Oh, goodness. Finney, keep
Nice
it right
read.
side. At the 30, the 35, at the 40, 45, nearly the 45. He'll run out of bounds about the 44-yard line.
Not a penalty flag.
Line of scrimmage was the 31 on 2nd and 5. That flag lying at the 37 in the interior there, where typically they're going to call a hold.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, chop block. Even
Coach.
worse. Chop block will back them up 15 yards. So 2nd and 5 from the 31.
And that's a big one, too.
Yeah, because Finney had a great run and an
Oh.
easy first down. Stop the clock, back them up.
You can't have penalties or turn the ball over.
sounds worse and worse. It's probably appropriate that it sounds worse and worse every time because it is worse and worse
No
on
doubt.
your offense.
Back to the 21, bring up 2nd and 15 from the 21-yard line. After the chop block call, Raiders will send 3 receivers out to the left. Finney under center. Quick route, receiver screen to Wilcox.
Deaton.
That's Deaton. Wilcox and Deaton, their numbers are in the shadows right there where they're taking the ball and running. Line of scrimmage is 21. Deaton up to the 28. So gain of 7. I'll bring up 3rd and 8 from the 28. Got to get up to the 36. Pitch, reverse. Nope, fake the reverse. Soto's going to go right side. He's going to pick up 1st down. No flags. Soto, great job picking it up, stretching it out. Line of scrimmage 28. He gets all the way up to the 40. A 12-yard gain on 3rd and 8. First down. That first down brought to you by the First National Bank of Winnsboro. 1st and 10.
So Chick-fil-A Day was going to be next Thursday the 4th, but because our band will still be in San Antonio after the state competition, we have rescheduled that for Wednesday, November 10th. So was
it Rotary1889.com?
Correct.
Rotary1889.com. You go there. All the orders have to be online. Finney, the keeper, carrying the ball like a sack of flour or something. It's just out there. And Finney's going to pick up 1st down on some razzle-dazzle. That 1st down brought to you by Leafy, South African Eatery in downtown Winnsboro.
Yeah, that was a great read by Kyler running the option there. He pulled and saw the gap, saw the alley, and he took off. But you're right. He wish he would have secured the ball just a little bit more tightly. But, yeah, Rotary1889.com. If you'd already placed an online order, it is still good. And will go to your student on that campus or wherever you put it to. Pass out here to Deaton in the flat, just a quick little stop route. He spins outside, plenty of yardage for another 1st down.
But we got a flag. I think we have a false start called against us.
Wow, illegal shift against the Raiders.
Push the button.
You can't have penalties or turn the ball over.
I'm going to hit you. I'm going to push you to the
Brett pushed the button.
That. Oh, Brett.
Brett's pushing the button. That's all I know. That's all I can tell you. It's happened so much this game, we might as well have it recorded.
The shift penalty backs the Raiders up 5 yards back into Raider territory at the Raider 47. Bring up 1st and 15. 5th play of the drive coming up. 10 minutes, 18 seconds. 10-18 remaining in the ballgame. Raiders 36. Tigers 14. 16-14 at halftime. Raiders have scored 20 unanswered. Finney rolls out, hits his receiver at the 42. Great job.
Right back to where we were before the penalty.
The rollout, and that was Will Wilcox. One of the Mount Vernon fans had a sign last week, "Kicks rocks, Wilcox." And and I think Will ended up with the sign after the game was over. 1st down for the Rugged Red. That 1st down brought to you by Scott's Pharmacy. Will Wilcox brings the 6th play of the drive to fruition. 1st and 10 Raiders at the Tiger 35-yard line. 9:45 remaining in the game. Raiders up by 22. Receiver left and right. Play action. Back to pass. Going deep. And it's overthrown. Wilcox. Deaton was, both had gone deep. Deaton was trying to get position to get to the ball and a fall incomplete.
That was good defense. Good coverage.
Yeah.
Deaton, I think, wanted to pass interference, but that was really good coverage.
Good coverage. Ball hung up a little too much on on Kyler as well.
Yeah, the wind has basically died down. Flags on top of the poles, moving slightly, but that was definitely not wind assisted, but it did get up pretty high, so it may have floated a bit more than
the wind dying down is brought to you by the Beatty Funeral Home.
And aren't we thankful?
You got me. 1st and 10, carry over the left side.
I can't compete with you guys.
Clicka with the carry. Line of scrimmage was the 35. He's down to the 26. Pickup of 9 will bring up 3rd and 1. 8th play of the drive coming up. Raiders had to start the game, a 13-play drive, then a 9-play drive, then a 4-play drive, a 6-play drive to finish off the first half. They've had an 11-play drive, a 12-play drive in the second half, and now play number 8 coming up on their 3rd drive. Counter action, Soto, right side.
Hit it.
Finds a hole at the 35, the 30, the 25, the 20, the 10, the 5. Did you see a flag?
No.
We got luck. We should have, but we got away with it.
Touchdown, Ray Soto. Touchdown, Rugged Red, a 26-yard weaving touchdown run by number 23. And he puts the Raiders on the board once again. Makes it 42-14. Raiders will go for 2 once again. Send Beaton out to the left, Wilcox out to the right. Back to pass. Little slant route,
nice.
Easy peasy. Wilcox with the 2-point conversion this time, and the Raiders add 2 more. So for your Raiders, that's 44. For the Tigers, it's 14. It's a 30-point lead with 8:47 remaining in the ball game. 3 minutes, 2 seconds on the drive for the Raiders. 8 plays, 74 yards. 74-yard drive, an 80-yard drive, a 76-yard drive, 230 yards of offense in 3 drives for the Raiders in the second half. They've opened up the lead. It's a 30-point lead. Winnsboro 44, Commerce 14.
Yeah, not sure what adjustments or conversations were like in the Raider locker room at halftime, but Coach Finney certainly got their attention, and they have been much better, more consistent. Joey, you talked about that early on. You got to be consistent. It's not just a
big
one
quarter,
series
or
a quarter or a half. It is a complete game, and if a series does not go your way, you have to put that behind you and come back the next series, because it is not something you cannot overcome. And that series is gone. Put it away, come back, and the Raiders have pushed the pedal down a little bit.
Take the second quarter out.
Yeah.
We played a really good game.
Yeah, it takes second quarter out, and Commerce has no points. Kick is away, taken at the 28 by the Tigers. Lots of coverage there for the Rugged Red, a pile of red on the carpet. Coming up from the pile, Josh Blair, number 53, Isaiah Amon, number 21. Number 12, Tristan Smostrela, coming up from the pile there as well.
Can you spell it? Don't look at the paper.
S-M-A-J S-T-R-L-A, Smostrela. Is that right? S-M-A-J-S-T-R-L-A, Smostrela. There you go. 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
You could have gotten out of your next win sprint.
That's it, Coach. Get to go home early. 1st and 10 for the Tigers, 38-yard line. Run to this right side, breaks a tackle at the 40. Nice open field stop. Number 18, one of our newbies. I don't know who that was. Great tackle. Gain of about 7. Bring up 2nd 3 from the 45. Clock ticking. 7:57 remaining in the ball game. Winnsboro 44, Commerce 14.
Either.
Handoff will go left side, stretching it out. Gets to the 50-yard line, enough for a first down for the Tigers. Runs out just across midfield. Bring up a fresh set of downs for the Tigers. We don't have many Tigers that we've played against through the years. That was my alma mater, the Mount Pleasant Tigers, but there's not many that we've played.
Mount Vernon.
Commerce and Mount Vernon, about it. And we played them 2 weeks in a row. Tigers, Purple Tigers last week, and the black and orange ones this week. Run will come right side this time. Breaks a tackle. He's at the 40, the 35, the 30. Got one man to beat. He cuts in. He's at the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Commerce. A 49-yard weaving run for the Tigers to put them back on the board and trim the lead to 24. Nice run, and what we've seen from this defense from time to time that's been so good so many times this season, but there have been several times where broken tackles and just poor form tackling has cost the defense a score. Tigers make it 20. Will they go for two? It looks like they're lining up for the 2-point conversion.
And in big games, like last week, that makes a huge difference.
And the opening play of the game, that 50-yard run, could have been prevented. 2-point conversion attempt, easy. Untouched into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. So it makes it 44 for your Rugged Red, 22 for the Commerce Tigers. 7 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock. So they took 52 seconds on that drive, 3 plays, 62 yards, capped off by a 49-yard run to the end zone. 7 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the game. Just a few final reminders we mentioned. Tomorrow night is Fall Festival, First Baptist Church from 4:30 to 6 downtown. All the downtown businesses will have lots of stuff going on. That hour and a half will be great, and then head your way out to His House Ministries at 616 Airport Road. They'll have lots of good stuff for families from 6 to 8 tomorrow evening. A good spread in this week's Winnsboro News for other activities over the next couple of days. Some folks will be trick-or-treating tomorrow, some on Sunday, some both. And so just be ready for that. Then we mentioned earlier, Jeeptober tomorrow out at Jack Cross Pavilion, the livestock show tomorrow, the Ethan Busby Memorial Rodeo on November 6th. And then on the 13th, Christmas in the Park. It's a free event, but they will have tickets available there for special drawings, including handmade quilts and other items. That's 9 to 3 on the 13th. Onside kick is covered by the Raiders. So they'll take over near midfield. Let's see who covered that. May have been Wilcox. He was coming off in a hurry. Number 10, Shane Tedford. Tedford with the recovery on the onside kick. So Raiders take over. 7:30 remaining in the game, up by 22 at the Raider 47.
Give a shout out to the 8th grade group Caden's part of. The 8th grade group football team is undefeated this season. They play next week against Pottsboro. Pottsboro is also undefeated 8th grade, so it'll be a barn burner.
Receiver left and right, flag's going to come in.
Flag before the play.
Love Lady was in motion. I don't know if they're going to call a legal shift on that.
You can't have penalties and turn the ball over.
Somebody punched that button there. First and 15.
Somebody punch something. I don't know what we need to punch, but it needs to be punched.
If you want Brett to stop punching the button, and you need to go down there and tell him to stop getting penalties.
Oh, man.
Brett's got something on his computer over there that says exactly what I'm thinking. Greatest thing ever.
I got you. It's technology to read your mind. And yeah, I love it.
Nicholas Tesla was great.
First and 15 for the Raiders. Dive over on the left side. At Fulmer coming up from the pile. Line of scrimmage was the 42. He ran over a Commerce Tiger who is slow to get up. It's number 55.
Oh, he took an injury timeout.
Henry Serrano, he took his helmet off. He knew he was hurting, so he just said, I'm taking my helmet off. Y'all got to come give me some assistance. Go ahead, Joey.
I was going to ask, I know Gage Fulmer plays football and is in the band. Is there somebody else? Or is he the only one
that's band and football?
Yeah, on varsity.
That's a good question.
Who is it? That's it on varsity?
I think so. I think Big Will may have.
He doesn't play in the band this year.
Right. I think he did last year, but he's not this season.
I mean, guys, think about that.
The amount of time invested.
Gage Fulmer is on a state championship or state-bound band, which requires hundreds of hours. He's also a football player, which requires hundreds. I mean, man, remarkable that this kid is plugged in like he is.
And they got to keep their grades up.
No, yeah, and they have to go to school. We forgot about that small part.
Right.
And I think there's somebody on JV. I want to say there's Xander Lopez.
Yeah, Xander's.
Was there one other one? So you got two guys, Xander Lopez.
Well, the Harrison kids used to be in the band. Are they still? I'm not sure.
These kids playing football and in the band, that is very, very difficult.
And when you've got nearly 100 kids in the band, that's a lot of kids to keep up with.
That's just the marching band.
Right, right. I had a chance to go by and see all 4 of the band directors this morning. We're hoping to have a radio broadcast from San Antonio after our band performs in preliminaries. They perform at Wednesday at 12:30. And what I'm hoping is to have 15, 30 minutes, maybe an hour to get all the band directors, some of the band leadership, and Mr. Best does such a good job with this band. Part of the reason they're so successful is he raises up so many leaders within the band. And so have those section leaders, but spend 30 minutes, maybe an hour, hearing from them of what that experience has been like going down to San Antonio, what their schedule's been like, how their performance was at 12:30, what they're anticipating. So hoping to bring that to the KWNS audience on Wednesday afternoon, somewhere maybe around 3 o'clock. We're still working out all those details. I met with the band directors today to see what their schedule was going to be like specifically on Wednesday, because I didn't want to disrupt their flow that morning as they're getting ready and they perform at 12:30, but did want to be able to hear from as many of them as possible that afternoon, because the bands start marching at 9 o'clock, and there's so many bands, they don't finish marching until about 4:15, and it's pretty much nonstop. There's about a 45-minute break for lunch and a 15-minute break some other time in the morning. But those 28 bands all have 15 minutes, or 26 bands have 15 minutes to get on, to play, and get off. And it just moves and moves and moves. So it's going to be an amazing Wednesday. After the injury timeout, 2nd and 12 coming up for the Raiders. Pitch coming right side, got some room. He's at the 45, the 50, the 45, lowers his shoulder. That's Gunner Lovelady from the tailback spot. Instead of at the tight end, Lovelady coming from about the 45-yard line on 2nd and 12. And Lovelady picks up a first down. That first down brought to you by Team Worldwide. First and 10
Tyson John back.
1st and 10 for the Raiders in Commerce territory at the 41-yard line. Yeah, we've got several of our younger guys that have moved up, getting some action right now, so we're going to miss out on some of those names. Johnson with the keeper right side, cuts back. He's at the 40, the 35, spins around. Thankfully, continues heading in the right direction. Get jerked around that quickly, sometimes you can lose your bearings. Down to the 34-yard line, gain of 7. Will bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, good to be able to give some of those starters a rest so you don't risk an injury. Obviously, you got to go into next week as healthy as possible. You're going against likely just a one-loss team as Mount Vernon is still up on Pottsboro. And into a must-win, and you do still have to have some help.
2nd and 3 coming up. Handoff, the ball on the ground. Fumble.
Tigers ball.
And the Tigers come up with it. Indeed, fumble on the 4th play of the drive. So cuts the drive short, 2 minutes on that drive, or a minute 52 seconds on the drive. 4 plays, picked up 19, we'll call it 20 yards. But the turnover gives it to the Tigers. It's Raiders 44, Tigers 22. 5 minutes, 38 seconds remaining in the ball game. And the home team back on offense. 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
That's most of our starters out there on defense.
Back to pass, coming right side. Ball hit him in the hands and then maybe deflected, maybe got a hand in there, was deep on the coverage. Just a little slant route, falls incomplete, bring up 2nd and 10.
They've got some big old targets.
I'm telling you, they've always got big kids and athletic-looking kids, and if they ever get that channeled in the right direction, they can be pretty good.
3-man front for the Raiders. Linebacker slides up. Handoff's going to go left side, blow up the play.
Nice.
Excellent work. Who's that coming in from the pile? Guess who?
Creighton.
Numero dos, Creighton Klicka.
Yeah, Creighton's.
Drops him for a loss of 4, bring up 3rd and 14 from the 30. Yeah, we may not have as many of the kiddos that we moved up from JV that are on that defensive side of the ball, so they're not getting as many reps as the offense has. 3rd and 14 coming up. Clock ticking, 5 minutes remaining in the ball game. Ball on the ground. Oh, and when
he had his knee on the
got
ground.
his knee on the ground when he went down to pick it up. So ball is down. Clock will continue running. A loss of another 5 back to the 25-yard line. I'll bring up 4th and 19 from the 25.
That sack brought to you by Brookshire's Grocery Store.
Here it goes. He's making the connection.
I learned from the best, man. Dr. Rose, bro. It's my mentor, Swanner.
Oh, man. Hey, we're going to have a timeout called by Commerce. Timeout number 1 from the Tigers before 4th and 19 coming up. One last time, we'll be at home next week against the Pottsboro Cardinals. Remember, guys, we went up there last week really needing to win to give ourselves a better spot in the playoffs. This year we have to win even to hope to get into the playoffs. Pottsboro will come in with a 1 loss in district against the Tigers tonight. Raiders will need to win and have Rains beat Bonham next week.
Is it legal to take Rains players and coaches a steak dinner for lunch next Friday?
Here's the deal, guys. Lewis just handed me the phone. 28-26, Mineola only beating Rains by 2. Now, granted, it's a Mineola team without Pendergrass.
No, Pendergrass is back.
Can't be.
Well, they said on the radio this morning he had 170 yards on 8 carries last week. He had 180-something yards on 8 carries.
Really? Okay, maybe I'm wrong, but man,
that's what they said on the radio when they were announcing the high school games.
4th and 19 coming up. Tigers going for it. Screen over on the left side. The Raiders, good defense, push him out of bounds. About the 30. Not sure about that play call there.
Guess 4th and forever, they thought we'd be back enough in our secondary to sneak one under.
4th and 19, they go for it and turn it over on downs, and so the Raiders will have it. 4:42 remaining in the game. Raiders 44, Tigers 22. 1st and 10 for the Raiders deep.
God, I tell you, I said it when we played.
The Commerce 31.
Sorry, bro.
Gotcha.
I thought you threw. I like Rains. I think they've got a good team, man. They got the little running back. If they were in a lot of districts, they'd be going to the playoffs.
Be competitive for sure.
Handoff will go right side. He's got some room. He's at the 25, the 20, 15, the 10. Keep on going, son. Run out of bounds.
Soto over on the right side.
See where they pushed him out. Pretty impressive run from Ray. That first down for the Raiders, brought to you by Winnsboro Dentistry. First and goal for the Raiders at the 4-yard line. So 27-yard pickup for Soto. 1st and goal from the 4. Dive up the middel, down to
touchdown.
Zeb Fulmer carries it into the end zone. Touchdown, Zeb Fulmer. Touchdown, Rugged Red. Fulmer with the 4-yard dive to give the Raiders an even 50. And they'll go for 2 once again. Not liking how the kicking game was going on the extra point attempt, so we'll just go for 2. Fulmer in the backfield. Who'd you say 18 was Johnson?
Tyson Johnson.
Tyson Johnson running the QB. Smostrilla split out to the left. Wilcox to the right. Johnson under center. Back to pass. Little slant route trying to hit Smostrilla in the end zone, and it'll fall incomplete. So the Raiders 50, Tigers 14. You're listening to KWNS 104.7 FM. Our thanks to our season sponsors, Alexander's Tractor Parts, Autumn Wind, Senior Living, Best Barbershop, Christus Health, Dairy Queen of Winnsboro, First National Bank of Winnsboro, Leafy, South African Eatery, Scott's Pharmacy, Team Worldwide, Tires Pro and Alignment, United Country Cane Agency, Winnsboro Boot Company, Winnsboro General Dentistry, Winnsboro Internal Medicine, and Winnsboro Tire and Lube.
Give a shout out to our live stream sponsors, Ed Griffin's Paint Body, Hanson's Collision, Lake Country Windows, Nucor, Scott's Pharmacy, Team Worldwide, Wetzel's Heat and Air, Winkle Oil, Winnsboro Health Services, Zach Loftus with 4L Construction, Beatty Funeral Home, Christus Trinity Mother Francis, Clements Realtors, Francel Burnett, Drill Right, Edward Jones Investments, Darren Swanner, Johan Wessels,
Darren Wana.
Swanner,
Wana.
Johan Wessels, and Will Harris.
I got you discombobulated on
And
you.
First National Bank. I was just happy because I had Johan right.
I got
got
you.
it.
So I didn't worry about Swanner that time.
Raiders 50, Tigers 22. I keep saying 14, they're 22. I forgot to give them their points. All of you watching at home are like, can he not read? No, I cannot. 50 to 22.
They're probably
Raiders.
saying more than that.
Raiders were up 44-22, now 50 to 22. Ball taken at about the 30, doinks off the face mask of the initial receiver and covered at about the 28 by the Tigers.
Or they may already be asleep. What was it our resident referee official friend told us this morning? Oh, I tend to doze off.
He said it wasn't us that made him fall asleep. It was having to watch Wheel of Fortune before kickoff that usually made him fall asleep. So Tigers will be deep in their territory. 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the Tiger 17. We've told you a few times this season about a ministry opportunity you have to help the coaches in the Winnsboro ISD. It's called Outside the Lines. These coaches see from time to time the needs that these students have for school supplies, clothing, something like that. I'll tell you more about Outside the Lines after this. Handoff will go right up the middle in a swarm of rugged red defenders. Taking him down, Nathan Chapman, Ronald Marita, Caden Adams coming up. Outside the Lines gives you the opportunity to donate so that as those coaches see needs, they can then contact a group of men called the Coach's Corner. They help stripe the field, they help feed the coaches, and the coaches can go to those men and say, this kid needs some shoes, this kid needs some school supplies, can y'all help out? If you'd like to donate to Outside the Lines, just send a check to Outside the Lines, care of Pine Street Baptist Church. That's Outside the Lines, care of Pine Street Baptist Church, P.O. Box 153. P.O. Box 153 there in Winnsboro, 75494.
So this is one of those times where he did agree with us, our official friend, about too many flags in a game. Unless, at this point in the ball game, 50 to 22, unless it's egregious, let them play and let the clock run.
Yes.
Yeah, Joey's
Sorry.
We're ready to get packed up and run over to Brahms and get some ice cream.
Oh.
Charles Ray's not coming back up here anymore, he said.
1st and 15 for the Tigers. Left side handoff right up the middle. He busted. He's at the 15, the 20, the 30, the 40. Breaks a tackle. He's at midfield in pursuit. Couple of Raiders cuts back at the 40, the 30. My goodness. 38 yards to midfield and another 25 yards, a 63-yard gain for the Tigers. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling all the way down into Raider territory.
And number 5 for Commerce stayed right in front of his runner the whole time and just kept chipping people. Team effort.
All the way down to the Raider 25-yard line. 63-yard gain, 1st and 10. Quarterback keeper, left side, throws on the run, and it falls well short and incomplete. On that previous drive, this is number 8 that's running quarterback for the Tigers. They had put in number 11 at quarterback.
They were doing some direct snap.
Right.
He's a little better runner.
More of that wildcat formation, and now going back to the passing game. Quarterback in the pistol, 3 receivers left, 1 right. Handoff, left side.
7 at the middle.
Clock will tick, 2:50 remaining in the game. Raiders 50, Tigers 22. 2nd and 9 coming up, 3rd and 9. Second 10 after the incompletion, the gain of 1 down at the 24. Bring up 3rd and 9. Trips right, pistol formation, back to pass, across the middle, nobody home. Pass falls incomplete, clock will stop, bring up 4th and 9 from the Raider 24. 6th play of the drive for the Tigers. Raiders up by 28.
Our band doesn't ever rest. They play the whole game, I believe. And we have a faithful group of about 10 students down here that have been here the whole game, and they are true fans. They came and have been here the whole time.
Back to pass, sack. up from the pile there. 21, Isaiah Amon.
Bad. Isaiah having a good game on defense today.
Line of scrimmage was the 24-yard line. Sack on 4th and 9 back to the 32-yard line. Loss of 8 and a turnover on downs. So the Raiders will have it. Commerce with 2 timeouts remaining.
So we may have lost some viewers to the World Series. I see one of our fans. I think that's Mr. Arrington down there watching he's streaming the World Series on his phone.
32-yard line for the Raiders. Braves are throwing a no-hitter, according to Brett. Smosterla with the catch and the first down and more at the 50. He's at the 40, run out of bounds, ball knocked out of bounds, but Smosterla with the big gain on the pitch and catch. 1st and 10 from the 32. Smosterla goes 18 yards to midfield and another 15 yards, 33-yard gain for Smosterla.
He's talking about Mr. Arrington watching this World Series. That's Mr. Eric Arrington, who has an IV hooked up to him 24 hours a day full of Dr. Pepper.
He's on
He is a true Dr. Pepper loyalist.
That first down brought to you by Tires Pro and
all day and night.
And works for Ozark.
And works for a water company.
There you go. You ought to know the benefits of it.
1st and 10 from the 36 and a flag to stop the clock. No, he's not pushing the button. Not pushing the button. There's no button to push. 5-yard penalty to back him up. 1st and 15 from the 41.
But getting penalties this late in the game simply delays.
You can't get penalties or turn the ball over.
50 for the Raiders. 22
I love these guys.
for the Tigers. 100 seconds remaining in the game.
Oh, we didn't distract him.
You know, I mean, you think if we say it, imagine what Coach Finney says. You know, just as far as the penalties, it's got to be frustrating.
Now a timeout going to be called by the Raiders.
He's about out of time on the play clock.
Play clock was ticking down, so the Raiders will take their first timeout. And we'll be 100 seconds. He wanted to. No, the clock had kept ticking, so a minute 29, so we're even 11 seconds closer to ending the broadcast.
89 seconds left.
There you go, 50 for the Raiders, 22 for the Tigers. Big night for the Raiders, a pretty clunky second quarter, but other than that, Raiders scored 14, basically 14 in the first quarter. They were about 20 seconds into the second quarter when they scored touchdown number 2. Blocked an extra point attempt, went up 16-6. Then the Tigers scored right before halftime to make it 16-14. Then the Raiders come out, guns blazing in the third quarter. Scored it on their opening drive, then a pick 6 on the first drive for the Tigers. Then forced the ball over on downs on the second drive for the Tigers, and the Raiders scored again. 3 scores in that third quarter to go up 36-14, and now 50-22 with the final 89 seconds to run off. 2 receivers left, I formation. Johnson, handoff, go up the middle. Fulmer still in, taking the abuse.
Oh, man. Not only is that a penalty, he's out of here.
The official just threw a flag and then his hat.
That's a second flag is what that is. That's
You're right,
an ejection.
right, exactly. Well, he's out of flag, so he had to throw his hat. What I missed it. I was watching. I was checking Fulmer to make sure that he was the one carrying the ball. What happened, Joey?
From what I saw, our player and their player got tangled up. Their player went to the ground, and we'd have to go back and look at the video, but it looked like our guy kicked him on the ground and then just leaned over him and kept mouthing to him. Now, I don't have replay to watch that, so officials will sort that out.
If they hadn't called so many penalties, the game would already be over, and we wouldn't be dealing with this.
And I'm not going to call a player's name on that. That's
sure. Coaches are at the middle of the field discussing with officials. Officials discussing it. The unfortunate thing is, if you're ejected, do you sit out the entire next game or just the half, the next half? So the officials will sort that out. Still a minute 22 remaining in the game. Raiders 50, Tigers 22.
You know, sad thing is, if something could have The other player from Commerce could have done something to our guy. But you know what how the old story goes. You always get caught on the retaliation. And like I said, I can't swear to it, but that's what it looked like. And then he kind of stood over him and taunted him. And
That player has been ejected.
Two personal foul calls against the Raiders, same player. So the unsportsmanlike conduct.
No, I'm with Mr. Ray. You can't kick people no matter what happens. And again, we don't have a replay here, so I can't swear to it, but that's what it looked like to me. And then he kind of bent down over the player and was taunting him. That's why he got the second one.
So it was going to be 1st and 15 from the 41, so that'll back them up 30 yards. It'll bring up 1st and 45 from Fannin County.
That's terrible, too. Minute 22 left to go.
It's
and if he can't play the first half next week, well, that's even. Oh.
So Raiders are back up 30 yards and bring up 1st and 45. We don't get to say that very often. 1st and 45 coming up. May have to. So they'll go 9 yards to midfield, and another 21 will put them at the 29, if my math is correct.
Yeah, that just, and you're right, Joe, you don't know what's happening down there in the pile and on the ground and in the line, the trenches, but that just gives you a black eye.
Sad thing is, Darren, this was out here in the wide open. They were the only two there.
You're exactly right, and that does make it worse.
And again, I don't want to speak for sure because I haven't been able to watch the replay, but I think that's what I saw go down. I could be totally wrong. He did something. That's why he's not in the game anymore.
So 1st and 45 for the Raiders after the two unsportsmanlike penalties. 1st and 45 from the 29.
And that's what I'm saying. Just the ball game, there's no excuse for that, but the ball game should have been over. Clock should have already been on zeros, and ball game's over.
Raiders should just take a couple of knees here, and they will. So back them up, make it 1st and 48. 2nd and 48, excuse me. 2nd and 48 with 52 seconds remaining. Get the play clock or the game clock under 40 and take the snap and call it a night. 42 seconds remaining on the game clock. Raiders will break the huddle. And the final snap. And the Raiders will go home with the victory and the slightest of playoff possibilities still lying ahead for them. Your final score tonight, Raiders 50, Tigers 22. Raiders need to come home next week for senior night, close out the season, the regular season, with a big win against Pottsboro and get a Reigns upset of Bonham to slide into the playoffs.
That's right. Don't forget, next Friday night is Sweetheart Night and Senior Night, so festivities will begin early before the game, sometime just before 7 o'clock. So come out early if you're going to be watching there from the new Red Raider Stadium, or tune in a little bit early here on the broadcast.
You've been listening to KWNS 104.7 FM, streaming at Meridics.com. Video provided by Afterglow Productions, our producer, director, overall wizard and guru, Brett Burnett. Camera provided by the big eye in the sky, Scott Bowman. On the field by Rowan Bowman. For Joey Keefe and Darren Swanner, I'm Dr. David Rose. We're going to take it back to the KWNS station. We will see you next Friday night at home against Pottsboro. Your final score.